Bridges in its small forward. You know, Steve, above the rim play always is captivating to watch. We should see some of that tonight.
Yes, Kevin. A lot of watch ahead because these guys can fly. I'm glad I'm watching and not trying to slow these guys down.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Good work there as it goes.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first point. To the game.
Booker outside. A 17-foot shot on the way. And that one goes long. Paul with the steal. Drives to the hoop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without foul.
Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a three, but it's still a developing part of his game.
Yeah, you know, not the best numbers from outside. Does it to keep teams honest, but it's a far-fetched to say he can stretch a defense.
Ayton hits them both.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Now here's Jackson. He's covered by Ayton. Clock at 6. Back to Leonard. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Paul passes to Ayton. Back to Paul. Lets the three fly. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson finds Zubac. Back to Jackson. Zubac against Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Great open look there.
What poise from Leonard on the catch and shoot. He gets the ball and calmly sinks the shot.
To the middle. Now here's Ayton. Paul outside. Booker with no one around. Off the left rim and out.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Takes it out to Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
Once a weakness, Leonard's three-point shot is now a strength, a sharp weapon in his arsenal.
George against Booker. Bridges outside. Back to Booker. Puts up a three. Phoenix no good that time either.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
Inside, stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why, Kevin, has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6. To the paint. Bridges with the board.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Booker the pass to Paul. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's George. The rejection by Paul. It's tipped. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Jackson with it. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. Driving inside. Off on the layup. Suns trail by 4. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Just careless. No other way to describe it to start the game. That's already his 3rd miscue.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Booker. No points in the game yet for him. It's tipped, stolen by Jackson. For the finish, and it's George finishing it off.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Paul surveying the floor. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
The deep 3 from George. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the pivot, manning the middle. Jackson kicks to George. With the shot, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Paul against Jackson. From the low block. Paul can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 9. George with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Crowder against George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Suns shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far.
Well, with Zubac on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, GA, he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
Greg, you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but, you know, the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season, and so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love where our game is and look forward to watching these young men chase their dream.
And it's George finishing it off.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Booker looking around. To the inside, Crowder. Bridges outside. Booker against George. Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. To the wing on the left. Down low. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Crowder, the pass to Paul. Back to Crowder. Booker finds Crowder. Here's Paul. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Leonard. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. George passes to Zubats. And here's Leonard from 3. Zubats controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Zubats picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Ayton kicks to Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter, at least early in his career, but now he's a legit #1 option for an offense.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Jackson passes to Zubats. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Now here's Paul. Inside, here's Ayton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Off target from 3-point range.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Plays with a high motor. Crowder knows only one way to play, and that's in 5th gear.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And in one stretch there, they were... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Bledsoe. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward position. Payne passes to Kaminsky. He kicks it to McGee. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Johnson right side. To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Suns have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That free throw missing.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. They double-team Bledsoe. Pass to Kennard. Misses the 3.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Johnson finds Payne. To the middle. McGee's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 13. Back to Batum. Kaminsky against Bledsoe. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior. And the length that Batum provides on the wing, Smitty, great for both sides of the ball.
It makes switching on picks so much easier, GA. Nicholas Batum has been a solid defender his whole career, in large part due to that unbelievable wingspan.
Shamet kicks to Payne. 4 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Bledsoe looking around. Ibaka outside. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Something that's really evolved for Ibaka, the ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
Kaminsky, the pass to Payne. Back to Kaminsky. No good on the 3. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Kennard's shot is off.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Here's the break. On up the court. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Payne. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Ibaka against McGee. Kennard for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
In the corner, Shamet with it. Payne looking around. Kicks to Kaminsky. Batum with the steal. Here's Mann. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Batum, good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
34 seconds left to play in the third. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Los Angeles leading by 14. And the pass to Kennard. And taken away by Johnson. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded by Bledsoe. Kaminsky kicks to Payne. Johnson outside. To the inside with 2 seconds left. And the basket by Kaminsky.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance
to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Landry Shamet. Johnson is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Payne, and it's McGee in at the center position. Stolen by Zubac. George passes to Leonard. Defended by Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard inside. Defended by Paul. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Paul passes to Booker. Now here's Ayton. To the paint. Kicks it out to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. That one rolling around and rims out. Clippers leading by 14. Ring shot on the way. And it's Leonard missing. The Suns shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Back to Ayton. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Inside. Shot on the wing. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker. And that's now 6 points for DeAndre Ayton. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside Jackson. From past the arc. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Leonard on the wing. Pocket 6. Back to George. Launches it. And that's good. Kawhi Leonard for 3. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Crowder kicks to Bridges. Back to Crowder. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
On the wing, Bridges. Dishes it to Booker. For the 3. That shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Pass to Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. No good from Zubac. Suns trail by 15. Paul George with the steal. Ayton against Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. Down low. And stolen by Ayton.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Leonard.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Jackson is doubled. Outside Leonard. 5 on the clock. Outside, George. No good on the triple. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. It's an 18-point game. And the Suns miss again. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bridges inside. Defended by George. Here's Crowder. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Outside Jackson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
That's a look at our setting tonight. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Good evening, Kevin. Giannis.
And David, I am honored. And I love Giannis's attitude. Wow, that's terrific. B.A., thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. And it's Zubats in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Milwaukee, and forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And that one's good, Leonard. And you know, Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
Well, I think the ability to find contributions from the entirety of your roster, that's showing up more and more. And teams that win championships, Kevin, yes, they have stars or multiple stars, but it's high-level role players that can go out and perform in the biggest moments and make those kind of contributions during a long 2-month postseason playoff run to finally get to the top of the mountain. That's where championship teams, that's why they call them teams, that's what they're made of.
Now Middleton, after the missed three from Reggie Jackson. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Outside Jackson. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. 3-on-3. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another three for Milwaukee.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
Well, the efficiency of Giannis, Brent, is simply out of this world.
Well, I think the amazing part, Kevin, is that he's still trying to expand his game, and yet he's continued with that efficiency. I mean, an MVP being able to do something like that, that's special.
First team foul.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Middleton finds Holiday. And here's Giannis. Giannis is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
So it's the Clippers now. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Leonard with no one around. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Just 4 to shoot. There's the lob at Kumbo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson looking around. DiVincenzo against George.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Lets it go from the wing. That shot misses. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Holiday with it. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George has such great defensive instincts, the length, and then the read that time.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. Zubac kicks to George. Jackson from long range. Bucks leading by 6. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Over George. And it's sent back by George. And they're moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. George with no one around. Good on the triple.
That consistency from Paul George is staggering. Not a guy you can give looks like that to.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Here's Jackson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Holiday has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
George passes to Jackson. Leonard dishes to Jackson. There's the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
For three, Middleton. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Milwaukee on top, up 6. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And you also have to give them some credit for the ball movement today. Their assist numbers a little bit above average. That's impressive.
At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Well, we know Zubac can eat up space inside, Brent. Great job of securing rebounds.
Yeah, obviously, if he was playing starter minutes or anywhere approaching 30 minutes, Zubac is going to be in double figures, ripping down both offensive and defensive things on the glass. What's impressed me about him, though, is he's got great hands on the inside and has now become a very viable roll target. And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Middleton outside. Inside, here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the left side wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. George. And George able to finish. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Paul George outworking the defense that time, beating his man and a couple others to the board.
Pass to Giannis. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Jackson kicks to Leonard. He takes it in. Takes a 3. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Leonard. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo, and it's good, 2 points. And you look at the 2021 draft class, just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, for me, probably is the consensus best player, but man, you got guys like Suggs and Green and Kuminga with that rare athleticism. And then how about Mobley? He really defines what a modern day big is supposed to be. I mean, what more could you want?
Floats it up for Giannis. A shot missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
A 3 from Leonard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to George. George double-teamed. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot.
George passes to Jackson. Here's the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Milwaukee in the lead. Giannis outside. 50 seconds left now here in the second. And there's the feed to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here's George for three. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Six to shoot. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. The deep three from George. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out on a 10-2 run. They closed the first. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's man in at the small forward position. Here's Nora. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Nora's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bucks. Bledsoe kicks to Kennard. Back to Bledsoe. It's stolen by Hill. Allen against Bledsoe. Allen passes to Ojala. Kicks it out to Allen. From outside the arc. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bledsoe passes to Kennard. Now Batum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Pass to man. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket. And Nick Batum, he can kind of give you a bit of everything on the wing. A true jack of all trades.
It's interesting, GA, because that versatility is what got him a long-term contract to play in Charlotte for a number of years. And now coming full circle, he's back to that versatile play around other guys who are star players. That's what makes him so valuable to any club he plays with now. Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Now here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. Ibaka outside. Back to Kennard. Fires from 18. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Ogilvy. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Three-pointer. Cranes the three-pointer.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it. Went right into the shot.
Bledsoe kicks to Ibaka. And Shemi Ogilvy picks up the foul.
Shemi Ogilvy.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Bledsoe outside. Back to Ibaka. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's been interesting to watch the evolution of Serge Ibaka, just improving that shooting and that confidence to be a perimeter threat.
And with Ibaka, he doesn't shoot a lot anymore, but he's still very efficient.
Well, I think, Kevin, that's what makes him an ideal fit with a team that has 2 star players or other guys who are going to draw attention away from Serge. He can spot up on the weak side, get into a great offensive rhythm, and knock down shots.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:30 left in the third quarter. Pass to Nora. Just 5 to shoot. Allen finds Portis. That one good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 7.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up. Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And Allen drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Bledsoe passes to Ibaka. There's a minute left to play here in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
You might give them a standing O for what they've done behind the arc tonight as well. That has certainly been a go-to shot for them, and tonight it's working.
Here's Nora. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Ibaka wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Allen's shot is off. Clippers trail by 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Man passes to Ibaka. Here's Kennard. Bledsoe outside. Shot from the wing. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Hill. Ogilvy is out there with Portis. Then there's Allen. And it's Nora in at the small forward. Bledsoe comes over to help. Hill finds Allen. High post shot. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
An occasional over the back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. They get it back. Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. Ibaka down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. Ibaka, no luck. Bucks leading by 7. Holiday goes in. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in.
I don't know where the shoulder starts and the arms end for Giannis, but it makes him dangerous on the offensive glass.
Over to the wing. Man passes to Bledsoe. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Lopez right side. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson dishes to George. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Bucks leading by 7. Now here is Holiday. And here is DiVincenzo. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. George passes to Jackson. Sinks the three-pointer. And now just a 4-point Bucks lead.
I tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Count it, good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
George looking over the floor. Defended by DiVincenzo. No good with the layup. Outside Holiday. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. There's the pass to Lopez. And he makes good on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
Lopez powering through that time.
The Clippers running out of time. Jackson finds George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Holiday. Right on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Such a great two-way player. Paul George had an incredible 2018-19 season. He finished second in the league in scoring and third in the MVP voting.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
In the corner, Middleton with it. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Giannis inside. Yes, that goes in. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
It's up a 3. No good. Shot missing. Here's Los Angeles now.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
From deep, George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. From deep. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... Michigan.
Thank you very much.
He sure is, David. Great report. Thanks. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Milwaukee. And forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Middleton against Bridges. That's a 2 from Paul. Offensive rebound. Clock at 6. Booker dishes to Ayton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'll tell you, this guy can be an overwhelming overwhelming force. DeAndre Ayton, terrific, using his size to get the defender to commit.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, the first pick of the 2018 draft. He was obviously the consensus #1 at the time. So hard to pass on a center like him who's got size, athleticism, and an elite vertical threat at the cup.
Now here's Middleton. No good from outside. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And here they go. Lopez with the block.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Middleton against Paul. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Middleton.
And that was a loaded 2018 draft class. Not just Ayton, but Doncic and Trae Young as well.
Yeah, there were some question marks early in his career about whether that was the right selection. But, boy, Ayton has been a tremendous fit for them. This guy's upside is still so high. Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Paul looking around. And he drives in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Bridges passes to Ayton. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Down low. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got his second bucket.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, you can't hesitate if you want to succeed in catch-and-shoot situations. Chris Paul, such a quick thinker.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Middleton is doubled. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Count the basket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Holiday against Paul. On the wing, Booker. 1:51 left to play in the first. For the three, Paul with the bucket. Paul's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns.
And this is such a sharp weapon for Chris Paul, right? Most times you just assume he's going to knock that free ball down.
Middleton against Bridges. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bridges finds Ayton. Back to Bridges. Kicks it out to Booker. The pass to Crowder. And stolen by DiVincenzo. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. It's deflected.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And the dunk by Lopez.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. He'll do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next shot. Pass to Booker. 32 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Holiday against Paul. Lets it go with a three. Here's Crowder. Back to Ayton. Here's Booker. Trying to get open is Crowder. No good from Booker.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Crowder goes in. Passes to Ayton. Bridges outside. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, a high motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire up and catch and shoot, Mikal.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. The wingmen, DiVincenzo and Middleton. The big men on the floor, Giannis and Lopez. And it's Holiday in at the point. Tries to hit him. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Middleton against Bridges. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. The shot that time not on target. The Suns go the other way with it. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous, his size. At 7 foot, he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
Booker outside. And you look, Doris, at the trouble so many teams have defensively. It's becoming harder and harder to get stops in this league.
And Kevin, there is no doubt that we must redefine what is considered quality defense. Guys are such range shooters now, so highly skilled from the moment they step across half court. It is almost impossible to cover every part of the floor, especially against a team that really moves it. The only thing you can do is give incredible effort and stay tied together on a string.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Pass to Middleton. To the paint, Crowder with the steal. Bridges inside. Defended by Middleton. Bridges inside. Antetokounmpo's there. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Back to Giannis. Outside Holiday. Fires the three. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Bridges outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Tries from 16. And Middleton with the block.
What defensive focus from Middleton. Able to anticipate the shot and get a hand on it.
And they'll get another chance. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Booker. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 3. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Middleton the pass to Holiday. From outside off the mark. The Suns have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Holiday against Paul. To the inside. Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Three-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Booker. The 3. That one misses. The Bucks go the other way with it. 1:02 left to play here in the half. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gets a very good look and converts. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Poked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and it's the Bucks on the break. Kicks it down to Middleton. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Ball against Holiday. Paul passes to Booker. Ayton dishes to Crowder. Back to Ayton. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, you have to love DeAndre Ayton's effort, intensity, and relentlessness as a rebounder.
Here's Holiday. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that's a wrap for our half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game, great performance by Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Kaminsky out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Cameron Payne. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Mora, the pass to Hill. Left side, Portis. And Portis throws it down.
I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by Allen. Shamet, the pass to McGee. And stolen by Portis. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. The pass to Nwora. Down low. Portis can't get it to go. Suns trail by 11. Shamet, the pass to Payne. And that one's off, and this is his first shot of the game. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Hill kicks to Allen. Here's Nwora. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. Oh, through the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Out to the right wing. McGee finds Shamet. And here is Kaminsky. Johnson outside. Pass to McGee. Nwora grabs the board. Bucks leading by 14. Allen left side. Passes it to Nwora. From the arc. Allen's shot is off. The Suns shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Here's Shamet. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Allen dishes to Hill. Aston Mora. Inside. Here's Portis. McGee with the block. Hill against Johnson. And there's the pass to Kaminsky. Feeds it to McGee. Yep, it counts.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Hill inside. Payne covering. Pass to Ojale. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, George Hill is an effective combo guard. He sees the floor and puts it on time and on target.
Shamet the pass to Kaminsky. 2 points. That one goes.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here is Hill. He's tightly guarded, and he dunks it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Payne looking around. There's the drive. Stolen by Allen. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Nora. He's guarded by Johnson. Allen right side. Nora, the pass to Portis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Kaminsky. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. It's a 14-point game. Passes it to McGee. Back to Payne. And there's the drive. Shot clock at 5. And it's Shamet missing. And stolen by Payne. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Back to Payne. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Payne taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now here's Allen. Throws it up high.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Milwaukee leading by 14. So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Allen. Ojale is out there with Portis. Then it's George Hill. And it's Nora in at the small forward position.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Ball passes to Crowder. Bridges outside. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee is gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Hill passes to Allen. Offline with his 3. Suns trail by 16. Pass to Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And there's Bridges on the assist from Crowder.
Boy, you have to be aggressive, powering through contact. Mikal Bridges, no signs of backing away.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now the pass to Ojale. Pass to Nora. 6 on the shot clock. Ojale, that's good. And the Bucks lead by 16.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Passes to Crowder. Now here's Paul. He's guarded by Hill. Paul passes to Ayton. It's stolen by Hill. Allen outside. Pass to Ojale from deep. Allen, that's good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten has also been big. They've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
And it's Ayton missing. Milwaukee leading by 18. Allen kicks to Hill. Allen against Booker. The pass to Nwora. 4 on the clock. Pass to Ojale. Takes the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Paul. And he banks in the layup. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
Well, Devin Booker, known as a scorer, but this guy is able to put it on time and on target.
Paul against Hill. Allen outside. It's back to Hill. To the middle. Here's Portis. Pass to Ojale. And taken away by Paul. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the inside. It's stolen by Hill. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Milwaukee.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Crowder against Antetokounmpo, and the shot's good from Crowder.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Back to Holiday. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Bucks lead by 16.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Booker dishes to Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The ability to drive with either hand. Booker gets the defender on his heels, draws the foul.
Shooting for Phoenix, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put an offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial.
And stolen by Ayton. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Thank you, Kevin.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wing. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now, here's George, following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. The pass to George. And here is Zubats. And stolen by Ayton. Booker, right side. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Yeah, you got to be a triple threat at every position. And at the point guard, it just commands so much more attention. They're the initiators of the offense. There's so many guys who are tremendous scorers that can create opportunities themselves with the ball and do it from deep range. They can play off a pick and roll and manipulate the defenses. So it has been a golden era for point guards, and it's a new way in which they play, being able to shoot that 3 ball, Kevin.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. George with no one around. Misses the three.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, you bump me and I'm going to bump you back, as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
Takes it inside. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And with Mikal Bridges, he's a player who knows his role and plays his role as well.
I think he's one of those guys who comes from a great system. He came into the league with incredible discipline and incredible awareness of where it is he can impact the game. And that's why you see the 3-and-D effect that Mikal Bridges has had on the NBA.
He was all alone on that one.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Paul kicks to Booker. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Right side, Leonard. Back to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Consistent shooter from all 3 levels. Why Leonard the first option they typically look for, and for very good reason.
Now here's Paul. Inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Clippers trail by 4. George looking over the floor. Pass to Jackson. Down low. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. George with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Jackson misses. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Suns leading by 4. Paul passes to Crowder. To the paint. Shoots.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
On the wing, George. Defended by Booker. Back to George. Launches it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Phoenix ball.
.54 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Paul. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Leonard. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer. And again, no good by the Clippers.
His shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
On the wing, Booker. Here's Bridges. Kept alive. Shot by Crowder, no good. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Suns lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
5 on the clock. Paul dishes to Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Crowder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Quickness of Chris Paul dicing up the defense with his superb passing off the screen.
Poke loose and taken away by Paul. Deflects the pass. Paul against Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
To the middle. Jackson misses. Phoenix leading by 4. Ayton the pass to Booker. Fires from the wing. Phoenix no good that time either. And stolen by Ayton. Booker against George. Booker the pass to Crowder. That shot no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Crowder feeling it out a bit. Bridges outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy, and I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing them out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Zubac's no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
2 minutes remaining.
Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And George kicks to Zubac. Back to George. From deep three-point range. That shot off. And Phoenix will come the other way. Ayton inside. Jackson on him. Paul passes to Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And George kicks to Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Booker. Ayton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ayton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Outside Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Bridges. Stolen by George. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. No good. The Suns go the other way with it.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track. Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jackson. Rejected by Crowder.
That's just good defense as Crowder in the right spot.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Outside Leonard from downtown. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And guys, for the Suns, and over to Shaq. What? And...
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Phoenix ball.
Payne with it. Passes it to McGee. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here's McGee. Down low. Here's Kaminsky. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 7. One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Good on the second free throw. The Clippers shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Bledsoe with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And that one is stuffed right through.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Going inside. And good that time. And the Suns lead by 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
To the inside, Batum, and the dunk by Batum.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Now here's Payne, guarded by Bledsoe. Payne looking around, feeds it to Kaminsky, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 8 now for Phoenix.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
The shot's good from Kennard.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Now here's Payne. Defense is right there. He kicks to Johnson. Back to Payne from past the arc. And the Suns get it back. And that one drops for him. Kaminsky's got 4 this quarter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bledsoe outside. He He takes it in. Banked in off the glass.
Wow, the energy from Bledsoe in this one, excelling at turning on the jets and getting to the basket.
Now here's Payne, guarded by Bledsoe. Pass to Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Back to Payne. Just 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Bledsoe outside. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Tough to match up with Eric Bledsoe. He's incredible at slicing up the D, especially using the bounce.
1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Bledsoe passes to Mann. Outside for Batum. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Now Payne. The pass to Shamet. Dishes it to McGee. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Johnson. Stolen by McGee. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by McGee. And the Suns lead by 6.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Batum kicks to Bledsoe. Pass to Mann. And the 3 off target. To the left wing. Payne dishes to Johnson. Back to Payne. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Suns leading by 6. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns. Pop it forward. They'll have Bridges and Crowder. A star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
Well, right now the defense completely uncomfortable in guarding pick and rolls with Chris Paul. He loves to dice up the D in those sets.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Paul. A 3 from Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Paul passes to Crowder. Bridges against Leonard. Pulls it up. Bridges shot. Good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. He dishes it to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for George. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Bridges misses.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having in terms of score.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. And triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Defended by Booker. Here's Leonard outside for George. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Booker looking around. Zubats against Ayton. Paul with the three. The Suns keeping it alive. The new 14.
And Crowder out there for the big-time bucket.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Jackson. George against Paul. Passes it to Leonard. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And that's now 8 points for Marcus Morris.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Paul outside. Pass to Booker. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And the call. The coach's challenge has been issued. A scheme like this, out of the wires. This is what it's for.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. Important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, will step up and take control.
Paul dishes to Booker. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Ayton up top. Paul outside. Bridges left side. Puts one up from 19. Offensive rebound. And Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 5.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
George against Booker. Launches a three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's the pass to Booker. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
George against Booker. Crowder against George. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Paul outside. In the corner, Crowder with it. Driving the lane. 90 that time from Leonard. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
It's funny how much Chris Paul is showing so much nuance that he has as he's aged in this game. Just an unequaled and unmatched intelligence from the point guard position.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And now the go-to guy in these situations, Leonard, can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So it gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
A free throw drops for Paul. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for D8.
Thank you, Kevin.
They've got great chemistry, David, just like you and I do. Thanks for that report. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. Longtime teammates Middleton and Giannis, the forwards. And it's Lopez in at center. And for the Clippers, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. It's deflected. Middleton left side. Lays it up off the glass. Middleton's got the first points of the night for the Bucks. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Just 4 to shoot. George. And George with the stuff.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. George against DiVincenzo. And it's George missing. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Some nasty handles from Holiday, leaving the defense shaking its head and all.
Leonard on the wing. Covered by Giannis. It's George on the wing. There's the drive, and it's George finishing it off.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Giannis outside. Paul George with the steal. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter, and it's George finishing it off.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Now here's Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Excellent D there from George. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here's Leonard from 3. Giannis grabs the miss. The Bucks trail. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. And it also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Back to Leonard. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson against Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kevin, I don't think we can overstate how big a deal it was for Holiday to come to the Bucks. I mean, this team went after him hard, and you can see why. He's such a terrific all-around player and a great leader as well.
And Holiday was a hot name when he went on the trading block. Bucks paid the big price to get him.
And I think trading for him helped secure Giannis long-term. Quite honestly, he really does complement this roster.
It's all about Antetokounmpo, and up the court come the Bucks on the break. Kicks it down to Middleton. Giannis up top. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Persistence pays for Giannis there, using his athleticism and those long arms to collect second chance opportunities for his team.
Now here is George. 6 points for him. Jackson passes to Leonard. That 3 off the mark. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Giannis kicks to Lopez. 5 on the clock. Middleton outside. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Clippers ball.
Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Leonard. George against DiVincenzo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
Stolen by Jackson. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Longtime teammates Middleton and Giannis, the forward. At the guard position, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud
and it's going to be painful.
Now here's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Here's DiVincenzo. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Zubac the pass to Leonard. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Back to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, that is some kind of heads-up basketball from Holiday. He does not sleep on the wide-open man and found him perfect.
Zubac the pass to Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jackson. Jackson against Holiday. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Middleton on the wing. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, you talk about 3-and-D, guys. Middleton is the epitome of that player. Great range, mid-range game, can defend multiple positions. He does all of that at an elite level.
Bucks leading by 7. Now Holiday. Here's Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Boy, the aggressive approach from Giannis, I like it. Not settling for the layup, instead punching it on. That's the way you do it.
You know, Clark, many view Middleton as the prototypical perimeter point.
I would not disagree at all. He does everything and does it all well.
Now here's Jackson. Zubac with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's George. That shot off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Middleton dishes to Holiday. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
And the activity of the Greek freak around the bucket. I mean, this guy just does not quit. Relentless. Really knows how to finish with authority after misses coming his way. Wow.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And Ben Gregg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Middleton after the Clippers pick up 2. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
George against Lopez. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, George is an outstanding player. Actually, one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Now here is Holiday. Middleton outside. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Middleton. Shoots the 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Middleton's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Milwaukee. And here's George for 3. Leonard kicks to George. Into the lane. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Stolen by Jackson. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
It's pretty clear that Middleton takes pride in his defense.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a nice show being put on tonight by Chris Middleton. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. It was a return to form for him. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward position. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Here's Nwora. Here's Portis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Portis has got the first bucket of the third here for Milwaukee. Bledsoe taking his time here. With the drive and the jam by Bledsoe.
Tremendous explosion towards the rack. Bledsoe in attack mode, and I love it.
Here's Nwora. Pass to Portis. Allen outside for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Here's Ibaka, and the layup's good off the glass. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you. The pass to Batum, trying to get open as Ibaka. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now, just a 4-point Bucks lead. Pass to Nwora. Nobody near Allen. Drills it from outside. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Passes to Mann. Back to Bledsoe. Driving to the basket. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Serge Ibaka.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Now here's Allen. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Hill passes to Nwora. Just 5 on the clock. Allen outside. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. A shot by Batum, no good. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Nwora. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 1:12 left in the third. Batum against Allen. Shoots over Batum. That doesn't go either for Allen.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Kennard makes it off the glass. Batum's got his second basket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Hill against Bledsoe. Pass to Portis. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And the Bucks lead by 5.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now, here's Kennard. Here's Bledsoe. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Hill kicks to Allen. Right wing. Here's Ojale, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
They swipe it. That shot is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Buck. 3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Clippers trail by 3. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. And forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Zubats. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. Oh!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome.
No, that was outstanding, guys.
All sorts of time, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Clippers?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Now here's Giannis. Leonard with the steal. And George with the stop.
You know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot. 12 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 6. He doesn't hit that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Well, you got to have a plan for Giannis on the drive. I mean, he's extremely aggressive. The defense really unable to handle him.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
For Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shooting.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1. George looking over the floor. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
You know, he's almost the perfect defensive player. He's got length and strength, and he's athletic. And Giannis plays the game hard all the time, too, which is impressive.
Holiday up top, guarded by Jackson. Jackson against Holiday. To the paint, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The kick out to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Middleton right side.
Persistence pays for Middleton, commanding the ball and really demonstrating why his teammates trust him in these moments.
Stolen by Middleton. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 3. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. To stop the drought. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Good on the three-point shot. Now it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
Patience is a virtue. And Chris Middleton, virtuous.
Here's George. Money!
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Lopez outside. He feeds it to Middleton. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Lopez right side. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA.
Kevin, thanks.
Well, he's an all-star teammate, David, as you point out in that story. Thank you. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. And forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Suns, the star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Lock at 6. DiVincenzo finds Middleton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Outside Holiday. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ray, you always want DeAndre Ayton to play more aggressively, don't you?
Well, it's when he's at his best, especially when he's down low and using his frame. He's kind of like, you know, this young kid that doesn't realize how big he is, but he's starting to understand how much his size could impact what he can do on both ends of the floor.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Holiday against Paul. Inside, Lopez with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Giannis is running. Shot's good by Middleton.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
Booker against DiVincenzo. Booker left side. Back to Paul. Pass to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. No good from Booker. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Lopez against Ayton. Pass to Middleton. He kicks it to Holiday. And here is DiVincenzo. Shoots over Crowder. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Ayton dishes to Crowder. Passes it to Booker. Back to Crowder. The pass to Booker. Fires for 3. Not going to go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot.
Paul goes in. Lopez with the block. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Middleton looking it over. Pass to DiVincenzo. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Lopez against Paul. Pass to Ayton. Taken away by Holiday. Antetokounmpo against Crowder. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. For 3, Middleton. It's good from long range. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Paul finds it. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Another miss by Middleton. Suns trail by 13. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Ayton. Over Lopez. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Bucks leading by 13. There's the pass to Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss. Now here's Booker. 4 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Sign of a great score is even though the defense starts to get more physical, it keeps you unfazed. And Devin Booker is that right now.
And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've done a lot of great. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for the Bucks. The wingmen, DiVincenzo and Middleton. The big men on the floor, Giannis and Lopez. And it's Holiday in at the point. I'm sitting here with former NBA dunk contest champion Brett Berry. Brett, how do you feel about how modern offenses sometimes back away from the paint?
Well, I love it, Kevin. By the way, in the dunk contest, you know there's no defense. So I'm all for that, too, because I didn't play that. But will we go back to low post play? I think what's happened is the post now is used more as an opportunity for offenses to penetrate the defense and then create more movement on the perimeter, and then the ball comes back out. And looking for those three-point shots and taking a higher percentage of those is leading to more winning. So I'm not sure when that changes.
Booker outside, taken away by Holiday. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. To the middle. Here's Holiday. Lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got his first bucket of the night.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
And with Drew Holiday in his defense, Brent, he lets this team get away with things they normally couldn't.
Well, Kevin, the one thing that's really great about Drew being able to be switchable in that way is how much more confidence he gives every other defender that's on the floor with him. He takes the toughest guy on offense and he shuts him down.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
Paul looking around. Crowder against DiVincenzo. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 5 now.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Booker draws the double. Stolen by Holiday. Middleton outside. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Middleton on the wing, defended by Crowder.
First half, 2 minutes.
From deep. Bridges with the board.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Down low, Lopez with the steal. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. There's the 3. Another miss by Middleton.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Middleton inside the three-point line. Another miss by Middleton.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Paul dishes to Bridges. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Middleton for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Knocked loose. Feeds it to Giannis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Antetokounmpo against Bridges. Phoenix, no good that time either. Middleton outside. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
For 3, Middleton, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half, it was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. The effort, the intensity. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got JaVale McGee. Cameron Johnson is out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Cameron Payne. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard position. 2 on the clock. Here's McGee. Rebounded by the Bucks. Outside Hill. Allen inside the three-point line. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
Here's Payne. Johnson right side. Back to Payne. Johnson finds Payne, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Payne's got his first points of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jrue Holiday has been a welcome addition to this Bucks team. Chris Middleton said he just knows how to play the game on and off the ball. How to move without it, how to set guys up. He makes the game easier for everybody. He's made them a lot better. Guys?
That's how you make us, David. Thank you with stories like that. That kid, Jrue Holiday, he is a quality kid. Wonderful character, terrific play. Milwaukee leading by 15. Here's Portis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
George Hill using his arms there to keep that possession alive.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. To the wing right side. And it's McGee penetrating.
Yeah, I love
the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the veteran marksman, George Hill, can still fire it from outside, can he, Brent?
Yeah, he's still a guy that understands the game. He has so much experience. He's still capable of knocking down big shots, and coaches still have confidence in him to be out on the floor and make the right play.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Castanora. 6 to shoot. Here's Portis, guarded by McGee. Shoots from the right block. Portis can't get it to go.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Here's McGee. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. The second chance effort. Goes up with it again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Pass to Hill. Here's Ojale. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Passes to Hill. Knocked away. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Hill. To the inside. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so here's Phoenix. Back to Shamet. The three. Buries it from three-point range. Shamet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice job by the team to set up Shamet on that play.
Allen against Johnson. Now the pass to Ojale. Outside Portis. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Bucks lead by 14. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Payne looking around. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Portis can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kaminsky, the pass to Payne. Over Hill. Payne can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And here is Shamet. Johnson from outside. And the miss. And so it's Milwaukee sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick, because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Hill is out there with Allen. And it's Nora in at the small forward. Over in the corner, onto Kumbo. The feed to Lopez. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
How about Lopez inside, showing some smooth, fluid moves.
Second free throw, no good. Suns trail by 15. Outside Crowder. Now Ayton. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Big question mark was Ayton, and could he anchor a defense? He's answered those.
Well, Brent, you said it. Defense now a strength of what Ayton brings to the table.
Well, that was the point he had to prove, Kevin. As a big guy, what could he do? Every night, you know, if you're not getting the ball down on the inside defensively on the interior, how can I impact the game? He's been patient with it. He's learned it. And now he's embraced the fact that he can make that kind of contribution.
The offensive rebound. And Booker kicks to Paul. Pass to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Bridges outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the plane.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And that's something that seems to get overlooked with Giannis. How gifted a passer he is for a player of his size.
Well, the other thing, GA, that's awesome is that as he's going along here, you can see moments where the game is literally slowing down for him. So you take a guy who's won most valuable player awards, and now the game's getting slower. Man, that's some dangerous stuff.
Lopez outside. Here's Holiday. Paul grabs the board. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. It's a 14-point game. Holiday against Paul. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Booker. Goes back up, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. No secret here, Brent. Devin Booker known for his offense, but his defense has come a long way as well.
Yeah, it's so funny when scorers come into the league and they score, and people are still critical of them. That's what happened to Devin Booker. And then he realized as the games became bigger and more important, how much the defensive end is going to help his team do the things he wants to do. And so he's taken that tune. He's decided to play defense. He's been much better over the course of the last 2 seasons.
Here's Giannis. Middleton outside. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Suns trail by 13. Booker in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Defended by Booker. Holiday gets the bucket. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Paul against Holiday. Paul outside. There's the dish to Booker. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Bucks leading by 12. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Ayton against Lopez. On the wing, Holiday. Fires the 3. Holiday with another miss.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance.
and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
Here's Holiday.
Well, Chris Paul, a terrific defender, uses his speed well right there to cover some ground.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Bridges, no one around him. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Bridges has got it back down to within single digits for the Suns. Pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. There's the triple. And the Bucks miss again. On the wing, Bridges. The tray. No good on that one. And so the Bucks take the win. And in the win, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.